Scar tissue is stronger than regular tissue. Realize the strength, move on. I like shape very much. A novel has to have shape, and life doesn't have any. Your greatest self has been waiting your whole life. Don't make it wait any longer. Solitary trees, if they grow at all, grow strong. Life is nothing without a little chaos to make it interesting. You become mature when you become the authority of your own life. With ordinary talent and extraordinary perseverance, all things are attainable. Create a vision for the life you really want, and then work relentlessly towards making it a reality. In the end, you should always do the right thing even if it's hard. Truth will always be truth, regardless of lack of understanding, disbelief, or ignorance. When I look at my old pictures, all I can see is what I used to be but am no longer. I think what I can see is what I am not. Don't go on discussing what a good person should be. Just be one. Some things in life are too complicated to explain in any language. Time has always been the greatest ally to truth, because time eventually relieves and reveals all. Fear is a probability by its own cause of actions. If we live by it, we lose all the possibilities of endurance. My stomach lurched, an appetizer before the full portion of heartache I had a feeling was going to be served at some point soon. Once you really know yourself, can't nobody tell you nothing about you. Wisdom is the oneness of mind that guides and permeates all things. The moment you recognize what is beautiful in this world, you stop being a slave. Nothing has to be true forever, just for long enough. We're never called on to do what hurts. We just do what hurts out of ignorance and habit. Once we see what we're doing, we can stop. Humans have come into being for the sake of each other, so either teach them or learn to bear them. Sand lines my soul, which is filled with the breath of the ocean. The reason I talk to myself is because I'm the only one whose answers I accept. It isn't a sadness, but a joy that we don't do the same things for the length of our lives. Dining with the king, your attire, attitude, and mentality must change. I don't think you should wait. I think you should speak now. Thou shalt not be a victim, thou shalt not be a perpetrator, but, above all, thou shalt not be a bystander. Create your own miracles. Do what you think you cannot do. Every challenge, every adversity contains within it the seeds of opportunity and growth. There are two ways to be fooled. One is to believe what isn't true. The other is to refuse to believe what is true. The older I grow, the more I distrust the familiar doctrine that age brings wisdom. Life belongs to the living, and he who lives must be prepared for changes. Think confidently about what you want, not about the things you fear. The deeds you do may be the only sermon some persons will hear today. We can see when others are trying to destroy us, but we choose to let karma deal with them accordingly. To hide feelings when you are near crying is the secret of dignity. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. Do not confuse healthy detachment with avoidance. In my opinion, the difference between the two is acceptance and acknowledgement. It is not easy to keep silent when silence is a lie. Sometimes wisdom came from strange places, even from giant teenage goldfish. What I'm looking for is not out there, it is in me. Judging is the cause that creates the effect of choosing. Not only are we all unique, we're also all connected. Therefore, it makes no sense that you could ever be rejected. Success is stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. It isn't what you have, or who you are, or where you are, or what you are doing that makes you happy or unhappy. It is what you think about it. Never respond to an angry person with a fiery comeback. even if he deserves it. Don't allow his anger to become your anger. Keep your eyes on the stars and your feet on the ground. Sometimes you need a little crisis to get your adrenaline flowing and help you realize your potential. Every strike brings me closer to the next home run. Books didn't make me wallow in darkness. Darkness made me wallow in books. Mr. Franz, I think careers are a 20th century invention, and I don't want one. Don't wring your hands over the loss of the past. Steady your hands for the adventure of the future. Never say that I have taken it, only that I have given it back. Everything looks impossible initially, and then everything eases out gradually. Beginning is the key. It's not enough knowing that you can walk on water, Peter. You have to get out of the boat. True potential is realized when we stretch, when we choose to go beyond our present perceived capability. Nothing is too late, till the tired heart shall cease to palpitate. These inspired futures hold futuristic inspirations. Do good, live in the most positive and joyful way possible every day. Watch for the thing that will show itself to you, because that thing, when you find it, will be your future. There is no progress or accomplishment without sacrifice. Feel your emotions, live true your passions, keep still your mind. Shock is a merciful condition. It allows you to get through disaster with a necessary distance between you and your feelings. Stop feeling sorry for yourself, and you will be happy. The only reason for a test is to grow our faith in his ability to help us pass it. Every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. You are a human with one life, and it's up to you to make it the best life you can. You never know when the truth will come home. You can't choose the time. The time chooses you. If they don't like you for being yourself, be yourself even more. Don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great. The pure present is an ungraspable advance of the past devouring the future. In truth, all sensation is already memory. It doesn't matter how smart you are unless you stop and think. We started off trying to set up a small anarchist community, but people wouldn't obey the rules. The beginning is the most important part of the work. Success is a state of mind. If you want success, start thinking of yourself as a success. Without education, you're not going anywhere in this world. Enchantment lies in everyday moments if you are observant. Focus on where you're going and how deserved it is after fighting for as long as you did. I had learned that when you want something really good for you, you must work hard for it, or you must pay for it. Success is something you experience when you act accordingly. Success is not something you have, it's something you do. I believe much trouble and blood would be saved if we opened our hearts more. Risks must be taken because the greatest hazard in life is to risk nothing. No amount of regretting can change the past, and no amount of worrying can change the future. I don't know who I am right now, but I know who I'm not, and I like that. If we have no peace, it is because we have forgotten that we belong to each other. And the truth must finally lie in that which every oppressed individual feels within himself but hasn't the courage to express. It is evident as a matter of logic that, since they disagree, not more than one of them can be true. It takes as much courage to have tried and failed as it does to have tried and succeeded. They will envy you for your success, your wealth, for your intelligence, for your looks, for your status, but rarely for your wisdom. It is safer to search in the maze than to remain in a cheeseless situation. When one has a grateful heart, life is so beautiful. Oh, darling, don't be bitter. It's the first instinct of the weak. It's good to do uncomfortable things. It's weight training for life. The truth is that judgment and fear will never stop, but they don't actually do anything. If you take responsibility for yourself, you will develop a hunger to accomplish your dreams. If you tend to a flower, it will bloom, no matter how many weeds surround it. Never allow a person to tell you no who doesn't have the power to say yes. You're not obligated to win. You're obligated to keep trying, to the best you can do every day.